Hello, YouTube. Just picked up the G.I. Joe classified Torpedo 6-inch action figure by Hasbro. And we're going to do a open the box, check that out, and see what's inside. But first, we'll go over a little bit of information. Torpedo is the original G.I. Joe Navy SEAL. He debuted in 1983 as an action figure and looked very similar to this action figure. His first appearance was in the episode The Worms of Death and in the third part of the Mass Device miniseries. Now, if you look right here, you can see The Worms of Death. Let's bring that in. Right there. So that's really cool that they incorporated that. And you can pick up the Mass Device pretty much anywhere, or the M.A.S.S. device. And he is in that. So I thought that was pretty cool the way they incorporated that with the artwork on the box. His first appearance in the comics were in Marvel Comics G.I. Joe number 13. His name is Edward W. Leiloha, or Leiloha. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Hopefully I am. I did notice, though, that it's not W now. They replaced it. It's Edward Torpedo. But it was Edward W. His rank was a warrant officer, WO4. He was born in Hawaii. His primary military specialty was Navy SEAL. His secondary is demolitions. Torpedo was a scuba instructor before he enlisted. He is well known for his variety of martial arts expertise. And Torpedo is a strict vegetarian and is often said to have the personality of a cold fish. Probably because he's a vegetarian. I don't know. Hopefully I didn't offend anyone. I'm not a vegetarian. Okay, so let's take a look at the box art. All right, Hasbro doing a great job with the box art. I know a lot of people aren't a fan of this. I am. And as you can see, like the original package back there, it was all about the box. There was no plastic. That is your action sailor from the 1960s, the scuba diver. So, anyways, here we go. Front of the box by Hasbro, G.I. Joe Torpedo. We have our warning, no, not suitable for children under 3. Plastic-free packaging, except tape and glue. That's interesting. 4 years old and up. There is the top of the box, G.I. Joe Classified Series. Got a nice shot of Torpedo on top of, it almost looks kind of like the sub he was on in that Mass Device miniseries. If you've seen that, you know what I'm talking about. There is the side of the box. He is number 73. And the back of the box. And there we go. That looks really cool. You see what is all inside of the box. We're going to find out here real soon. And we got all of our warnings and everything. So there we go. Number 73. That's for if you're going to put it on a shelf. That's really nice artwork. I really like this box. Looks awesome. Okay. So, let's take a look inside of that box and see what we have. Okay, so we open up the box. This is the first thing we see. That's really cool. I'm very excited about that. That looks great. I mean, I'm going to take it out to show you, but I mean, look at the face. That face looks excellent. I know a lot of people have been complaining about the way these guys look because they're in the box. Maybe some of the other ones, but this figure is really, really cool. That looks great. Okay, so that's just first impressions. So you get that on one side, and then it looks like a foot locker, wall walker, whatever you want to call it. Oop, and I'm going to bend the hell out of it trying to get it open. And that would be all of his equipment inside. Kind of like the Indiana Jones ones I've been doing. Everything comes in a bag. And we will open that up. Also, inside here you get, yeah, all this fun stuff. Okay, yay. I know that was real exciting. Okay, let me open the bag up. Let me cut him out, and then we'll check it all out. Okay, let's take a minute to look at the awesomeness of this figure. This figure is awesome. Hasbro has done a great job on this. Okay, so here we go. You can even look, these straps you can even move. You could you could take these off if you wanted to. Moving his arms up, pulling them off. That is cool. Head is obviously moving all around. Once again, look at the face. Look at the detail in that. The paint job is outstanding. Okay, and of course you got all your articulation. Oh man, look at that. That is cool. That also, that'll come off. Obviously you got the hole for his pack. This is pretty awesome right here. Nice sheath. This is an awesome figure. Bend his knees, move his feet all around, just like any other G.I. Joe. This is outstanding. Kind of get a better look at him. That is what you're getting. Also, we have the 2023 Hasbro. Your number there. Remember when we were, well, I don't know, when some of you were kids, it used to be right in here on the inner thigh. So anyways, there he is. Let's take a look at his weapons that he comes with and everything. Well, first let's take a look at this. That is really cool. There's the tanks in there. This is pretty neat. We just might as well strap it on right now. You have to make sure that it goes through both holes, of course, like any of the others. That's kind of rough to get on though. I'm not gonna lie. Man, is it rough to get in there. I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty rough. It's even bending that. Damn. Oop, come on. Okay. Well, that's rough to get in there. Just letting you know. You can even see where, look, you can't really get that in. So that's not good. That kind of sucks. Well, I guess I'm going to have to shave that down to get that on. So that's one bad thing. Let's take a look at his mask. Mask looks really cool. Pretty awesome. I don't know if anybody remembers that Shipwreck 3 3/4 action figure years ago. He was all in gray like in a scuba suit. This mask looks pretty close to it. So we're gonna go ahead, put that on. Easy fit. This is way better than the problems that I just had. That goes on. Obviously this attaches to the tank once I get that on. So that's cool. Let's take a look at his knife. And get that to zoom in right. I'm having a really rough time with that. Let's try this. There we go. So that looks pretty cool. It's your typical knife. That'll go. in his sheath right there. Slides right in. Pretty cool. These are awesome. Look at that. And they've even got the hole, so that way if you want to put him on a stand, he does not come with a stand though. But that is pretty cool. So let's see how they slide on. Looks like they just kind of slide on. And then we got to do, and over the back, those went on really easy. You can see that they fit on really good. I like that. That's cool. So let's go ahead and do that one too. Take the time to say I'm pretty excited about that Cobra eel that's coming out as well, if we can all get our hands on one. Right now they're still sold out. So that is nice. I like that. He's gonna fall though with those. Put him right there. Okay, and here's one of his weapons. Spear gun. So that looks pretty cool. Kind of reminds you of the James Bond deal. This is bent. This is really flimsy rubber. This isn't the hard plastic, so you have to be careful with that. So, I mean, oh well. It is what it is. We kind of knew they were going this way anyways. And that will obviously, yeah, let me take that off. That will obviously fit around his wrist. That way he can hold it. Or his forearm. And then we can finagle the hand, which they're always not too easy to do. Okay, there we go. Right in there. Looks pretty good. Except for the, like I said, it's like a flimsy plastic or rubber. So you have to watch that. All right. Last but not least, got a submachine gun here. Pretty awesome. Removable magazine. Slide that up in there, and it's ready to go for when he gets out of the water. Okay, so my only gripe so far with this is this right here. And like I said, you can see that does not want to go in. So I'm gonna have to shave that down to get that in there, and I'll be right back. Okay, hopefully you don't have the trouble that I had with your pack. Hooks right on now. These hoses from his mask go right in those holes right there, which is pretty awesome because that's the way the figures used to be. They used to hook up like that. So I do like that. And then his submachine gun, as my son pointed out, goes right on the bottom, clips on, looks good. That is maybe my favorite G.I.Joe classified figure that I've seen yet. I don't know, I'm a pretty big fan of Spirit. Yeah, I was a big fan of him. I mean, I like a lot of them, but this one just may be the best G.I.Joe classified action figure that they've made so far. I mean, I guess maybe if you're a fan of another one, might be different, but this one is pretty awesome. Very detailed, looks really good. I mean, that looks outstanding. Look at that. Everything just looks awesome. And then, of course, you know, we'll do a pose here. So it looks like he's swimming. He's underwater. Looks really good. This will be awesome to match up next to a Cobra eel. I mean, it'd be really cool. And this is a figure that I liked as a kid. I wanted as a kid. I actually picked him up off the shelf, and my parents said, "We already got that guy." I didn't have that guy. I actually had the Cobra eel, the original one from 1984. And I said, no, this is a different guy. but unfortunately, you know, I was overruled by the parents. So I never did get this action figure back in '83, but I have him now. He looks extremely close to the 1983 G.I. Joe action figure. And I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you're excited, or as excited about this figure as I am. And if you haven't already done so, thank a veteran. Thank them for their service. And God bless.